We see the different views of Slovinky as we enter the town. This is the church schedule. This is a sheep that was feeding outside our window. The World War I monument, World War II monument. At the entrance of the center of the town, a bulletin board for tourists, St. George's Greek Catholic Church. And we enter the cemetery. There's a Matos, another Matos. SOVA is the female ending for a name. A Marshall with a nice picture. Another George Morris, George Manyovsky. These pictures are taken of St. George's Church on Great Friday. Here's the procession. And then we move into Easter Sunday. Here's the blessing of Easter baskets, various pictures. Family, his wife Maria, baby Gregor, Boris and Barbara. Here's some pictures in the church. This is from my first liturgy there. I was not deacon, I just attended. And then we'll move into some pictures where I did deacon. This is on the Sacred Heart, which is celebrated as a feast day there. And I served as deacon at 2 liturgies plus the Moleben to the Sacred Heart. I took my parts in English and a couple places in Old Slavonic. Everyone else sang Slovak. This here is still Father's 10th anniversary. And then we'll move into the Liturgy of the Sacred Heart. And you know our people, they like to stuff a guest. And so we ate well for over a week. You saw the babushkas on the ladies. This is in Father Vlad's office, holding Gregor, his youngest son, me and my grandson Joe. And this is at Lvoča, the famous pilgrimage site. Before the fall of communism, the Greek Catholic Church came out of the catacombs and had a pilgrimage in Lvoča. And I'd like the village of Helcmamovce. Helcmamovce is across the hill from Slovinky. If you're walking, it's only a few miles, 4 miles. If you're taking the train, it takes an hour. You go around the mountain and there's a transfer. These are pictures from the church at Helcmamovce, the iconostas. You can see the pews, the kneelers. They do have kneelers. They have no pads. They're very uncomfortable, kind of like St. Michael's Church. A view of the church from the cemetery, and a couple views of the town from the cemetery. Here's a picture of the monument of the Slov, which was Anna Kosko's family, her maiden name. We also have Sakash, John Sakash. Now here, this is at Maragansani, and there is Marge Petrick's second cousin. And here's a distant cousin of mine from Slovinky. Moving on to Poprad on the way to Litmanova. These are the mountains. You can see some snow still on the mountains. Hand-stacked haystacks, no balers. The church at Litmanova. You see here in Litmanova there are some Petrick tombstones. The town of Litmanova is a Greek Catholic town, and they celebrate the liturgy in Old Slavonic. This was part of Poland until the end of World War II. And this is a holy place. The Virgin Mary appeared. She started to appear shortly before communism ended, and it was to prepare the people for the end of communism and the beginning of materialism, to lead people back to their church. Litmanova, the apparitions are under investigation by the bishop. This is the room where the apparitions appeared. An icon of the Virgin Mary. You'll see on the other wall a lot of plaques right there for favors granted. And pilgrims are not discouraged from going to Litmanova, to the apparition site. The Greek Catholic Church is building a chapel there. There's a directive from the bishop.